signature holes.
Signature holes, honestly, at Birdwood. I mean, it's hard to beat these two back to back. Really good little downhill par 3. I got 193 to
Woo. Get a hit driver again.
Yeah. 193, probably playing, 6 or 7 yards down.
All right.
So we're going to go 187.
Was that a pitching wedge for you?
Are we? It's not really doing much, is it?
No, it doesn't seem to be.
So we're going to go 187 on the number.
And that is definitely a sucker pin placement. If you can't tell, there's definitely hazard running down the whole left side of the hole.
We're going to a little chippy 6 here.
Chippy 6.
Still early, we haven't warmed up yet.
To be young. How old are you now, Rob?
I'm going to be turning 30.
Oh my goodness.
Hunter and I and my buddy Seth Mers, who I coached with at Carmel, then Charlotte. One of my students is a member at Cypress.
Okay.
So we're going to be going down over
Sweet.
to Monterey Peninsula in
Nice.
late September to play some golf. So
Nice.
we're pumped. So this is one where, again, I've trained on the range. I know kind of what the width of my fingers need to be to where I can get basically 4 out of 5 shots in there. I know on the course it's not going to be 4 out of 5, right? So I want to make sure that this entire dispersion is not really touching that penalty area, which is going to take me a good solid about 2 fingers right of that flag.
Yeah.
I don't feel any wind right to left, so we're going to go ahead and send it there and see what happens. Oh, pulled it. Catch a piece.
I think you're gonna be all right. Yeah.
Hopefully hung up.
Yeah, I think so.
That's why you pick a good target.
Yeah. The worst thing you can do is pick a bad target and hit a great shot and end up in a hazard.
Correct.
Coach college golf for a lot of years. I've seen many of those. Many of those.
Yeah, that's again just probably a little left to where you're targeting, but great shot.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, great shot.
Thank you. I'm warmed up now.
Hey, if you're warmed up after 2 full
I'm warmed up now.
You're still young.
Yeah, no, I think I'm young.
You're still young.
I got t-shirts older than you. I literally do.
Oh boy.
But it's all good. No. So give us a little background. How did you kind of get into golf?
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Yeah, so just like everyone, like when you grow up, you want to play on tour, you want to win the Masters, you want to play professionally, right? So that's where I really had my sights on. And then pretty honestly, I'd say probably in high school, I started to realize something about myself, and that I was way more curious about golf than I was really just kind of wanted to stay in my own lane and just, put my head down and just get better at what I was doing. So there's a double-edged sword to that, because that curiosity can definitely pay dividends, but you get to a point to where the curiosity doesn't always help. So you started just like coaching, right? You don't really know what you're doing early on, and I started getting ideas and influences, watching videos. Oh, I had no idea you had to do it this way, right?
Yeah.
So I started changing everything about what I'm doing, and then lo and behold, kind of fell into more because that's what I was enjoying. I enjoyed that search, kind of that curiosity side of it.
Yeah.
So I decided to not go ahead and play college golf. I went to PGA Golf Management.
Gotcha.
Finding my wife, married my wife, was my number 1. Number 3 is probably decided to go to Clemson and PGA. So I went on internships. Really just further fell in love with coaching, and then started teaching full time right out of school.
That's cool. You got a nice little lie over there. I like that.
Fun. So again, this is it's actually not going to be that bad. I just got to figure out how fast it's going to come out.
Well, if you do fall backwards, we can go viral.
Okay.
Just you're just gonna throw that in there. People love those golf fails. Oh, look at that. That is what we would call a success.
That was fortunate. That could have easily come out like a knuckleball flyer, but it actually came out soft.
Oh, that's halfway there, isn't it? Needless to say, my golf course greens are a little slower than this. A little scared on that one.
Green Hills running right now?
Oh, they're so slow right now. Played with Gavin and they were probably 8s or 9s. So he was struggling because he's been playing out here so much.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, it's easy. And now I'm out here and I'm like, uh-oh. I was pulling that putter back. I was like, uh-oh, think. No, the putt I had on the last hole was more like Green Hills. Yeah. Oh, I shoved that. Uh-oh, bogey. 3 putt. Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh. Nice, good par. Got away with that one.
I did. That was the golf gods kind of.
You gotta appreciate those.
Yeah, no, I started working at Carmel Country Club. Jason Sutton kind of gave me my first break, so really grateful to him and everything he taught me, and met one of my best friends. Actually, like I was just telling you, going to go and spend some time for my birthday weekend, Seth Murs, and we always would come back up because I'm from Harrisonburg, about an hour away.
Yeah.
My wife and I would come up during holidays, and every time we come back up here, we're like, man, it's nice. And Charlottesville,
yeah,
Harrisonburg, this whole area is just really, really nice. And so this opportunity came open, and we jumped on it, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, great. What kind of, inside of the golf, I guess, industry, kind of teaching, what parts do you enjoy most?
Yeah. I would say the relationships that you build, like the fact that, I got to meet you through what I do is a really, really big perk. Because you've helped me as much as anybody in my coaching, and just, really enjoyed spending time with you, and kind of got me to think about things more from kind of like a performance first standpoint, and kind of work back, which is, why do people come and see you? Because they want to perform better. Right?
Majority.
So starting with, hey, what do they need? What do they actually need to get better?
Yeah.
Is kind of, starting there and getting a really good understanding of what people actually need to do to get better.
And I would say most players don't have a clue.
No.
And I would even say most coaches struggle in that same format.
Yeah.
I've talked with enough coaches, from tour coaches to college coaches to PGA teachers, and just the lack of understanding of what it takes to move people is quite interesting.
Interesting is a nice way to say it.
Quite interesting. But I was the same way before I knew. You don't know until you know, right?
You don't know. As a player, and you see it now, like from coaching. Every time someone comes to see you, they want you to, put them on camera.
Yeah.
Take a look. Oh, okay. Here's a position that I need you to hit.
Position golf.
And if you can just hit this position, it's going to guarantee that you get the outcomes that you want. And so it's just swing, 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 swing first. And it's not even a swing. It's like it's a caricature. It's a positional caricature of a swing. So it's not even, it's disrespectful to even call it swing first.
Yeah, you get to this position, but how did you get there? And your body can get there in 3,000 different ways.
Oh, absolutely.
No, I agree.
So yeah, you don't know what you don't know, and when your eyes start to open up to, oh,
Yep.
wait, that's just a part of it.
Yep.
Right? There's a whole lot more that goes into it.
Being inquisitive is the key.
You start to be able to move players with a whole lot less invasiveness.
Yep.
And while allowing them to kind of stay who they are.
Yeah.
Right. There's a level of honesty to that, where you're not out there trying to do what someone else thinks you should do.
Yeah, like Scotty Scheffler, I think is the best. Like, you watch his footwork.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
No coach in the 90s would allow that footwork to stand.
Yeah.
Because everything has to be grounded, everything has to be banked.
Yeah.
Like, this is the way you have to do it. Yeah. And now it's like the last swing he had he was like dancing, like his foot was forward. And I'm like, that's so beautiful to watch. But he's the best ball striker on tour by a mile.
Yeah.
But nobody would teach that. Right. Jim Furyk, weird looking, loopy, was literally probably the best iron player for a decade.
Yeah.
Like, I think he was the first to shoot 59. Like,
yeah.
Doesn't hit it far. You know, he hits his 3-wood as straight as Tiger would hit his 3-iron, distance-wise, but just who they were. So again, it's people get so hung up on, if I can do this.
If I can just do this, it'll guarantee.
Yeah, there's no guarantee. Yeah.
There's no guarantee.
No, it's
they're
fun.
Looking for certainty. They're looking for safety.